Alright. Alright, guys. So, Justin is here.
Hey, guys.
He's sitting on that couch over there.
Hey, guys.
And I'm on this couch over here. Now, first, I want to open things up today. We got a quick one for you, but I just want to start with a joke. So, Justin.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
I eat mop.
I eat mop who?
You eat your poo?
Ah,
oh,
you
shit.
son
Can't believe I did that. Anyway, so it's now the beginning of June. So we're ready to pick a band of the month. Not yet, though. We're gonna make you wait. You don't know who it is. You have no idea.
To the end of this episode.
So, Justin, in the meantime, let's just bore them to death.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me about this new album by Litrosis?
All right. Litrosis is a band from Greece, and they just came out with an album called I Am Death, which I thought was pretty metal of a name.
That is metal.
So I decided to check it out.
I guess that's better than like I Am Anal Rape.
Yeah, that's
that's less metal.
Very less. I kind of listed these guys under extreme metal only because they had a lot of different elements, mixed together between, like, they had symphonic black metal mixed with like melodic death metal, and the vocals changed a lot. I mean, there was a lot of like deathly growling, but at the same time they had like some haunting like spoken word and some clean singing like chanting and whatnot. So it was really different, and I have to say the thing that I enjoyed the most on this album was the guitar work. For any of you fans of guitars out there, I have to say these guys just run up and down the scales like constantly throughout the whole thing. Like there's some chugging guitars like in the background, but even when there's still like a melodic lead guitar going on the entire time. So it's really like no time to rest throughout the whole album. And of course there's a lot of crazy double bass drumming that'll just knock you on your ass. And yeah, I definitely would suggest checking it out. I think these guys have a lot of potential. Definitely keep an eye on what they do next after this. But yeah, band from Greece.
Oh, that's good. Expanding our global horizons once again.
Yeah. You feel like talking about one of your reviews over there?
I mean, I guess if I wasn't going to do that, why the fuck am I here? How the fuck am I here?
You want to talk about your boy Sam Locke?
My boy? He's my boy now?
Yep.
Well, I'll talk about Sam Locke. So, if you guys remember, months ago, actually last year, I did a review for the original EP by Australian guitarist Sam Locke. It was kind of our beginning into delving into the metal scene of Australia. So it's all instrumental, and the guy's good, man. He was good. So since then, a lot has changed. Not really. He's still good. But now he's putting out a full-length album called Crossing the Barrier. It actually comes out, I believe, this week. I got to be honest. I got it, and I started listening to it, and I was just like, it's awesome. It's just fucking awesome. He took everything that he did right in the Era EP and made it better. One of the things we had talked about so much with the EP was that it was definitely the drums were programmed, and those were the slight imperfections of the album. He's a drummer by trade, but he said he was writing drum parts that were just, he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play them the way he wanted them, so it was all programmed. The new album is still programmed, but he's gotten better at doing it. So the drums are fantastic. Yeah. Obviously, his guitar work is awesome, and I think the one thing I really need to point out is that from the EP to this album, he's gotten a lot heavier. His style has gotten heavier, a lot of double kicks, a lot of shredding guitar, a lot of dense chugging. I think that this is kind of like a success story for a one-man band, the same way we felt about Appalachian Winter, because he's done all this himself. It's done in his home studio, which is like a desk with a computer. This isn't some intricate studio or anything. And he has made an album that sounds just as good as any of the bands we've listened to who were professionally produced. So I think that in and of itself is a victory. And just the music itself is just so much more rich and so much deeper than the initial EP, and it's scary that he's gotten this much better in the course of a year. So you should definitely check it out. You can go order it from his Bandcamp site. You can order, digital download, or you can buy the CD, which, we like to have CDs in our hands, so I went and did that. It's gonna be good. But definitely check it out if you want to. I know he has one song up on his Bandcamp from the album to listen to, and you should go do that, because once you listen to it, I think you will go like, oh shit, this is something I really need. And he's firmly planted himself right in my top 10 list for the first half of the year, which, can you believe we're only 4 weeks away from doing that? It's fucking scary.
Yeah, it is.
But enough of my ranting and rumbling here, Justin.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me what it means to you. Skiptar.
I thought you were going to say Varg.
No, I'm not giving you the Varg.
Yeah. I just did a review for Burzum's new album called Skiptar. Skiptar.
Skiptar.
And I remember when it was first released, I didn't hear or know anything about it being a new album. I didn't know that Varg Vikernes was busy in the studio. And so when I found out that this was all new material, I flipped out. And
yeah, you did. I can verify that.
Yep. And I
Burzum! There's a new Burzum! Oh my god, Burzum! He's so Varg is so funny! And I was like, Justin, just stop. Stop.
He is funny. Varg is pretty funny.
Yeah, bombs and all.
But yeah, so he just released this album, Skiptar, and it is fucking great. And he really went back to like his older sounds of real like atmospheric black metal, and he just has a great mixture of like growling and gloomy clean singing at the same time. And there's a couple tracks on there that just have it just goes back and forth so much, from like one track's being like really violent with like blaring distorted guitars, and then like the next track is all no distortion, or just having just acoustic guitars and dark drumming and whatnot. And the one song on there, I don't know how to pronounce this in his language, Galulder.
Well, you're as good as dead.
Yeah, it's the second to last song on the track, and it's got to be my favorite song on the whole album. It's over 10 minutes long, and the whole thing is just so it's very, very atmospheric and black, very, very black.
You think Varg's a black guy?
No. Well, shit. But anyways, yeah, if you liked The Fallen, I think that this is the perfect follow-up to The Fallen, and he really outdoes himself with this album. And I listed it as a must-hear album, so Darrell, you must hear it.
I must hear it. Well, you said that the production work is a little cleaner on this one too, right?
Yeah, it's a lot better. Like, it was mixed and mastered like a lot better. You could tell that it was still recorded with like somewhat shitty recording or shitty instruments and amps and whatnot, but whoever mixed it and mastered it, they did a really good job on just balancing all the levels of sound and everything. And I think it's a lot more clear than even The Fallen. And I mean, I know even The Fallen was pretty decent too compared to some of his older stuff, which was some really horrible quality. But I have to say this sounds excellent, and it still has that raw sound to it. So it's not like anything was taken away from it. So
he didn't completely throw away everything that he's been working on before.
Yeah, he didn't just come out with like a Dimmu Borgir album or something. You have another one you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. I'm going to talk about an album by a band called Nightmare.
Nightmare, the Burden of God?
Yes, Nightmare, the Burden of God. Nightmare is the band, the Burden of God is the album. This band was formed in 1979.
What?
Yeah, you heard me, 1979. Sure, they took a 10-year break.
Wait, so they're older than me?
Yep, they are. They've been playing music longer than you've been alive.
That's weird.
Yep, that's weird, but it's awesome. I would call this a progressive power metal album, and I would not be out of place in saying that. They're from France, which we don't really see a lot of French metal, aside from we've had, Arcan, Gojira. Not a lot of French metal, but these guys have been around a while. And this album is fucking awesome. If you're into the power metal scene, then this is great, because it takes some of the symphonics of, symphonic metal. The symphonics of symphonic metal, that makes sense. A lot of the vocal styles of power metal, but in a very progressive way. Some great guitar solos. I keep coming back to the fact that the lead singer kind of sounds like Tobias Sammet.
Oh yeah?
Which, I mean, not an identical match or anything, but enough where I kind of went like, oh, well, his voice definitely carries a lot of the music. So you should definitely check this album out, because it's got some serious grooves on there, some catchy songs. And I think that's what they do well, is that they're writing songs that are good and catchy, as opposed to one or the other. A lot of songs that are just good, you don't get them stuck in your head. It's just kind of like, and the songs that are catchy, One Direction, are not always good. So this happens to do both, which I think is why I like the album so much. But definitely check it out. There's a couple great songs. If I had to, throw a couple at you, I would say you should definitely listen to Shattered Hearts. It's a huge song that's like so big in scope, because there's so many things going on, but it really feels like they're singing to you directly, which is scary. I kept looking out the window and making sure some a French band was not peeking in,
stalking you.
Oui, stalking you. But definitely give that one a listen, as well as Children of the Nation, because that's one that got stuck in my head very easily. But The Burden of God, it weighs down on you. And I just want to mention that in my review, I use that great phrase that we say a lot: age is only a number. Right? And unfortunately, this band is older, and they're still kicking ass. Kicking ass.
Do we say that phrase a lot? I don't think I've...
Well, Chester uses that phrase a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Usually, when it comes to underage girls.
Yeah. Anyways.
Taxes. All right. So anyway, oh man, you know what today is?
Today's kind of a nice day, actually.
Yeah. Today's June 3rd.
Thought it was gonna rain.
It is gonna rain. But today's June 3rd, which means it's our first podcast of the month of June, which means we need to hand out the award for the band of the month. We debated, we fought,
yep,
we lost teeth.
Yep.
Spit blood.
We played chess.
It was an intense game. Yep. Those ones where you move it real quick and hit the clock.
Yep.
We did all of that, and somehow we ended up throwing a dart at a dartboard and picking the band of the month. But the catch is, there was only one band on the dartboard.
Oh, no
rim shot yet.
No.
So Justin, we're going to go back to the typical method of doing this and saying, hey Justin, who's the band of the month for June?
It's
Fister! Yay! Fister. Now, of course, now that you know the band of the month is the title of this podcast, will suddenly miraculously make sense to you. Because it's called a fister right in the ass. That's great.
I get it.
We are clever motherfuckers, aren't we, Rachel? So anyway, so let's talk about Fister. You can. I want you to start off, because you were the ones who discovered this band for The Office by reviewing their album called Violence.
Yep. Yeah, they had their album Violence, which...
Thank you for that great insight. Yes, they had an album called Violence.
We own now.
Yes, we do own the great blood red cassette with the blood artwork. Yep. You sick fucks.
And they're from Missouri.
St. Louis.
Yep. And it's like amazing doom sludge metal. When I heard this album, the first track right off the bat, Forced Extinction, the minute that the guitars come in, it's just fucking great. They have that ring of like a Mastodon guitar sound, but just a lot slower and a lot darker.
Yeah, oh yes. Dark is the perfect word to describe what they're doing.
So, I mean, I think sludge doom is like the perfect way to describe these guys.
Yeah.
But I fell in love with the album right when I heard it. I wasn't able to listen to the EP that you did, the Infernal Paramount.
Oh, you'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You know why I know you'll get there? Because we got those awesome fucking vinyl with the fucking crazy printing on the front of the actual vinyl itself.
Yeah.
Really awesome idea for the band there. I imagine they're probably doing pretty well selling those too. I know they were busy sending out a ton of them. But,
they're limited, right?
Yeah, I think it was 500 copies or 300.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But the new EP was awesome too, and I only listened to it because you had recommended Violence so much that I went listened to Violence and kind of went like, oh fuck, this is a band that I like. And the Infernal Paramount, which is the new EP, it's only 2 songs, but this is sludgy doom.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. There's nothing else you can call this music other than sludgy doom.
Yeah.
It's heavy as fuck. It's slow. It's actually funny. They have a shirt, which I wore the other day, which says, if it's too slow, you're too young.
Oh, yeah.
Which is perfect. That's the exact way, because, all these kids wanting, I want to hear fast and double kicks and whatever. These guys just fucking pound you into the ground one note at a time.
Yeah.
And it is fucking crazy. So, you also got to think that Violence came out 4 months ago. This new EP just came out. So they're just pounding out music.
Yeah, they're definitely busy.
So it's awesome, but we suggest that you get the fuck over to their website, which is fisterdoom.com, and you should get that EP and the Blood artwork album.
I feel like you're talking really weird right now.
I am talking really weird in a strange, halted manner, but you should get over and order both of those because they are fucking awesome, and because you will like them very much if you like Doom or Sludge or Sludge Doom or Doom Sludge or anything else involving sludge, doom, or metal.
And we have some more good news. We are going to be having an interview with them.
Yes.
Coming up one of these Saturdays, I believe.
Yep, soon, hopefully. We can get that done for you guys, because that would also be awesome. Because you know what's cool? When musicians are friendly, too.
Yeah, that's what we're going to post on our site from now on.
Yeah. We like when musicians are friendly, too. I don't know, maybe you want to make out with all the members of One Direction, but that's fine. Whatever you're into. So anyway, Fister, our band of the month for June, which is awesome. Go check them out. Keep checking us out and liking our shit. Listen to Light and Darkness. Order a copy of the sampler. You guys got to get a copy of the sampler. Motherfuckers, you got to get it.
Yeah, seriously.
Got to get it.
Yeah,
I'll mail it anywhere.
What the F?
I'm friends with the guy at the post office for mailing out these fucking samplers, so wherever you need it sent, that's where I'll send it. For you. The listener, the customer.
And we really should maybe start looking into ideas for the next sampler.
Yeah, it's getting to be about that time, isn't it? About that time.
Do some brainstorming.
Loch Ness Monster. So, that's all for this week. Justin, usually about this time, you have something wacky or crazy or very insightful to say about life in general or music. So, do me a favor and take us out, buddy.
Well, Darrell, I just want to end this podcast on another really good joke, since you opened it up with a really good joke.
Well, it's a hard joke to follow,
though. Now just go along with me on this one, all right?
Sure.
Knock, knock.
Fart?
No, knock, knock.
Who's there?
I eat my shit. Go ahead.
I eat my shit to who?
Yeah, dog. Do, dog.